Like, a lot of the time I talk about stuff, yeah, and I know like most of the people in the building, um, or consciousness that's actually, because we've graduated now. Let's leave that kiddie stuff to one side. It's like we resonate. There's resonance, yeah. We get each other. And you fully understand what I'm saying, or maybe you understand what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is not like I'm just speaking about reality. I'm just speaking the truth of the reality. Like, it's not some mumbo jumbo, yeah. It's not some 1 times 1 is 2 shit. This is actually like real life. It's just like, you know how like maybe you're walking down the road and your bag was open, yeah, and you got a stash of money in there, and someone's like, yo, excuse me, your bag's open. I'm just telling you about reality in that sense, yeah. That's all it is. Because before, you were in reality thinking that your bag was closed, completely unaware of what the actual reality looked like, until your own self, because what I did was to help you in the same way that if it was me, I would have done it for myself. So it's a reflection. Yeah, so your reflection is just going, yo. And you're like, yeah, you see that sensation, that feeling, like, raw, okay, cool. You see, that's what this is. But the crazy thing is, and also, yeah, really dope. And like, as an example, we were talking and she asked me a question and I said, and I gave her an answer. She was like, oh yeah, man, I get what you mean, because I apply these principles, but sometimes I don't apply it to everything. So it's like you still, even though you're fully aware, there are still things that bind you to the false reality, and they're like so many blind spots, and nobody is immune of them, at least from where I'm standing, because even I get trapped in certain things. Sometimes I'm like, and bro, I do my best to be present, bro. And sometimes I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I did not see that. Like, how did I end up in that story? Like, crazy. But what I really wanted to actually get at was putting all that stuff aside, right? I had this really simple thought, and I know there's of the reality sometimes gets heavy as well. Like, bro, you mean to tell me that I'm just occupying this thing and I'm filling it all out? Like, what? Like, it's kind of heartbreaking in a way, because it's like, oh, this stuff, wow. But see, that heartbreak is not really real heartbreak. It's more heartbreak for the story and the reality you were attached to, because that story was painted in a way to end a certain way and stuff like that. You were attached to those outcomes and that reality. So it's like, wow. So it's like now you're kind of facing life raw. Guys, if you think about, see, the reason why awakenings happen, yeah, and it happens to almost like, all right, put it this way, it's all over the place, but because there's a lot that's, yeah, like when an awakening is like, all right, cool. All of us in this kind of space that are aware came to this awareness through pain, yeah? All of us. I don't care who you are. It's like childbirth. You have to go through the pain of childbirth to be born, yeah? That's the way it is. And once you get here, you realize how widespread and deep and complex this reality actually is, this reality of awareness, right? And it's like, even through you look back at when you thought that, yeah, you understood, and you realize I actually didn't understand a lot. And like, as you progress daily, the understanding is increasing at a rapid pace. This is why I post so regularly, yeah, because the thing is happening so quickly. Like, anyway, let me not get off track. So, fuck. Anyway, so once you go through it's like through pain, but you get here and you realize that, wow, it's a really complex ecosystem. And then every now and again, when you peer back into the old world use and habit, right, have you not realized that the very same things that are present in your reality of, okay, I'm awakened now, or I understand more about reality, the same things are being reflected down there? Have you not noticed that even like where places where you shouldn't hear the word the matrix, you hear the word the Matrix. Places where you shouldn't even hear the word awakening. And you're like, what? Did you just say spiritual awakening? Like, it's almost mind-blowing when you hear it coming from other places where you don't expect to hear them, right? It is because it's all you, bro. It's all you. Because once you got here in this awakened world, awakening bubble, yeah, it's crazy. Initially it felt very lowly and it was just you and and then as you start to consume the information, you realize, oh shit, there's people. Oh yeah, there's all these other concepts. And like, as you're going through all this other stuff, you also find out that even in this world, there are also kind of snake oil salesmen. So even in this world, there's a spectrum. Once again, the duality exists here as well. But then the crazy thing is, when you look back in the dimension that you came from, the old world, there are aspects of this new reality that you inhabit that's being reflected there right now. True or false? Tell me I'm lying, and like, then I'll stop talking completely. You know, and that aside, right? That's just one observation. Yeah. So just hold on to that. Whatever explanation you want to give yourself, that somehow is just coincidental, or it's just the progress of society, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to convince yourself that all these podcasts and these machine-backed kind of things are all talking about spiritual stuff, like right now, and you think it's purely coincidental, you're not getting it. Because don't you realize that you are piercing the veil, and because you're piercing the veil, even the 3D or the old world you came from is almost reflecting a piercing of the veil. And it's like, wait, what? It's like, one example, this Terrence Howard thing, yeah, was, I saw one on my YouTube thing, Joe Budden, which is like a hip Howard there now, and it's recent, it's now. It happened like yesterday or 2 days ago. I saw the thing in my thing, right? And they're talking about it. And we are in a different state of awareness. And we're talking about these deep, because now we deep diving now. We started off nice and easy. Now we're going into the realms, yeah? So as we're going into the realms, there is a reflection. That thing is being reflected everywhere. We are pushing against the screen, so the screen's pushing back, and that thing is playing out on the screen, and it appears as news stories, these sorts of things, blah blah blah. But at the same time, if you look around and look back in the old world you came from, you realize that that same story is also playing out. If you want to convince yourself that it's random, cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. If you can't sense that generally people are becoming more compassionate to each other, people are letting go of, you can see it, you can feel it. People are not so uptight about stuff anymore, you know. Things are being relaxed. It's like the tension is being released. Why? Because you are releasing that tension, and it's playing out in the screen. My bro, you're not even here, bro. Neither am I. And if you think I'm talking shit, it resonates in your stomach. So yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's wild, but just accept it, bro.